Hello, my friends. AmyR here with Prairie Paper and Ink. Welcome back to my face and my card making space. And a card using a mix of brand new Pretty Pink Posh from their June 2026 release, along with some oldie but goodie favorites. Today's card's actually part of an Instagram hop. I got a lot going on. I'll have 2 videos coming up today, one for a blog hop with a different brand, Instagram hop with Pretty Pink Posh. So check my main YouTube page if you are missing any of the new content I put out. So, super fun. I'll have a link to my Instagram in the description box below the video. I'll also, of course, link to everything I used in the description box below. My links are affiliate links. That just means that if you click on one of my links and end up placing an order, I do get a little kickback from that at no extra cost to you. That's what helps. Keeps the lights on, pays the bills, enables me to keep bringing out content. And yeah, let's get into making this card. So I started off with my background and I was using, I think this was Gina K Designs. Y'all, I pulled cardstock from everywhere. Literally everywhere. I was grabbing things at random and having fun. So I die cut this aqua cardstock with the Sunburst pierced plate die. This is one of the newer products from the June 2026 release. Stencil is from, I think, last year. It's a previous release. I have used these stencils many times. There's many different themes with this font that Pretty Pink Posh has done, and I don't know what it is, but I adore them. I don't know why. They're just fun. So this is the Summer Words stencil, and I had the cardstock on my stencil stuck to a grip mat, and I'm using Oceanside ink from Concord 9th, and my big waffle flower background blending brushes. And I wasn't pressing the brush hard into the ink, and I also wasn't pressing it hard onto the cardstock either, because I just wanted a slightly lighter, inking of that stencil on my background. And then to create some sand, I used Desert Storm cardstock, one of my all-time faves, and I die cut it with one of the Shoreline Borders dies. This is another oldie but goodie. And then I'm ink blending. I started with sand ink. It is the perfect color for sand. And then I added a little bit of peanut. And as per usual, I used many blending brushes. For this video, I stuck with I think all waffle flower brushes, just cuz. So I used the big background blender, and then I was using the regular brushes, and now I'm using the 1+ shader brushes. Faves. I've bought extras of these. I have brushes for lighter shades and darker shades because I use them that much. Anyway, this little sun die cut. This is part of the new release. This is with the Sun Shaker dies, and if you are not familiar with Pretty Pink Posh's shaker wafer dies, I love how they're designed because you can use them either or. So I'm not making a shaker today. So I just used the stitch outline of this sun and then adding some ink blending just to give it a little bit extra depth. And then the circle die and there's a funny shape kind of ray die. Those are meant to use after you've die cut the stitched piece to create a frame. So then you can make it into a shaker. So this one you literally can make each of the little sun rays their own little shakers. It would take a hot minute to, apply all the foam tape, but it's adorable. It's adorable. Love it. That's not what I was doing for this card though, but I love that there's options so you can do more things. And the size is also really good because I was like, these are really cute, little tags too for, little end of the year gifts. That's what yeah, I need more hours in the day. Because once I start playing with the things and then my brain starts going, I was like, oh, these would make really cute, cheerful little tags. Because seriously, and there's a little happy face wafer die in the set as well. Love it. Anyhow, I did this whole little sun to decorate the sand pail. This is the sand bucket shaker dies. Same concept. I didn't use it to create a shaker, but there are the interior dies that will create the frame so you can make it a shaker. And I used this set in a video last year. I'll put it in the end screen. I'll link to it because it's cute. So I die cut it, added some ink, And then I'm going to glue this die cut little sunshine to it, because I was just like, how cute would a little, sand pail be with just a little bright sunshine on it. So I glued that into place and then flipped it over and trimmed off all the bits hanging off the edges. So then I've got this cute little sand pail with its little sunshine, and it's so good. And then for the handle and the little shovel, that's part of the sand bucket die set, I die cut those from pink cardstock. And then I'm going to start with Sweet Pea ink and the 1+ shader brushes. And then I pulled out a 3+ brush, which has they're narrow and more angled. I haven't been pulling these out as much lately. I need to, because these ones are really nice to do things like adding inking on the edges of like floral die cuts, to create those more, like to create the lines and to make it look like there's folds in the flower petals, things like that. Like, they're really good for that. And I always forget that I have those ones, but I used it to create that like mark, I guess, to make the little shovel look a little more dimensional, just using ink, just keeping it pretty simple. So once I was done with those pieces, I set those aside, and then I got to add ink to my greenery, because even though this is all set up on the beach, there's greenery, and it's pretty. So I used the Tropical Leaves die set. This is part of the June 2026 release, and of course, you can't have enough greenery. I go on about that with like butterflies and little dragonfly wafer dies and things like that, and snowflakes. You can never have enough. I also include greenery in that list because I use greenery so, like, I reach for, all my little leafy style wafer dies a lot because they're great fillers, etc. This set, so good. So I only die cut 2 of the leaf styles from that set. There was more, and if I'd done a bigger card, because my cards are generally just A2 size, so 4 1/4 by 5.5 inches. But if I'd done a larger card, I would have die cut all the greenery. It tempted me to do a 5x7 card just so I could fit more on it, but I was already committed at this point. So anywho, added ink to these as well, because it just gives it that depth and dimension that I absolutely love. So set all those aside again. My card base is that same sort of aqua cardstock, A2 size, 4 1/4 by 5.5 inches. I opened it up, pressed it to my grip mat, put score tape right at the score line so that I don't get any ink past that score line. And then I used the Summer Word stencil again with the same ink, that background blender brush, and just a light hand, which for me is kind of impressive because I do have a really heavy hand, but when I put in the effort, I can do it. So I wanted that light on the inside because you need to be able to write over it and it not be too distracting. And then after I did that, I put the card base into my MISTI, and I'm using the Happy Summer stamp set to stamp my inside greeting. And I'm inking that up with just VersaFine Clair Nocturne ink. And then I took the little sand pail, and I'm going to stamp that little Fun in the Sun greeting right onto that with the same Nocturne ink. And as always, I've talked about this many times, the fonts that Pretty Pink Posh uses for their sentiments, for their die cut sentiments, etc. Some of my absolute favorite. The minute I see them, I always know, I was like, that's a Pretty Pink Posh stamp. I love it. It's so cute. And it just works with like everything. Anyway, after I stamped it, off camera, I actually ended up die cutting another piece of the Desert Storm cardstock with the Shoreline border die, and then added the bit of ink just so I can like build my scene. And then adhered my Sunburst pierced and stenciled background to my card base. And now we're going to start building my scene. So like everything else, I've super sped this up because I was sitting and fiddling and, trying to make what was in my head appear on paper. And sometimes that's really hard to describe in these videos because I'm just like, Y'all, I don't even know sometimes. It gets pretty chaotic up there. Anyway, adhering everything, I just use liquid glue for everything. And fiddling with my layout, I didn't, want to cover the sentiment, things like that, and just tucking things into these little sand dunes I've created. And then filled the bucket with greenery. Just 'cause. Like, it's cute. So as I'm like going along and filling everything in and then just deciding how I'm going to use up every piece, because I was determined. I was like, I'm going to use every single piece I die cut and ink blended on just this one card. And I did it. So yay me. Adhered everything, flipped it over, trimmed off the bits hanging off the edges. And then I die cut a little banner using one of the Banner Greetings 3 wafer dies. And then I stamped it with one of the Summer Banner Greetings sentiments, because this is another one where there's several. Like, this was Banner Greetings 3, so there's 2 other die sets, and they all mix and match. And then there's several little mini sentiment sets like that from the different releases, so tons to pick and choose from. I love it. So I'd stamped it, adhered it to my card front. I took the stamps that I'd used, made sure they were clean, because you don't want like ink residue on them, because that would make a mess. Because I'm using the stamps as masks, so that when I'm adding all this splatter, I don't get splatter on top of the sentiments. I can control my splatter within reason, but it's when I'm getting a little too full of myself that I end up wrecking something, So masked off the sentiments with their own stamps. And then I added white and black splatter. This is Hero Arts, the white speckle and the black speckle. And decent amount of the white splatter. I went very light-handed with the black splatter. For me, this is very light-handed. This is practically nothing. So added the bits of splatter. And then I can take my stamps off. My sentiments are all legible. Everything's good to go. I can just wipe off whatever splatter. And I did get splatter on those stamps. So I would have got splatter on those sentiments. So it's worth the 3 seconds it took to mask them. And then my final little embellishment is these little watermelon jewels. These are old. I'm not even sure if Pretty Pink Posh, I have a link for them, but I don't know if she's even able to restock these. These are years and years and years old. But we have a million embellishment options now, which just makes me happy. Like, really, back in the day, we didn't have like anything like this. I remember when like sequins first became sort of a thing in card making, and that was like 15 years ago, a little more than that. Anyway, I glued the gems into place. And then I let the glue dry, and this card was complete. It's got a little bit of sparkle, got splatter and texture, and it is very summer. It is a very summer card. So yeah, this is part of an Instagram hop. All the links, all the info, etc. will be in the description box below to check out if you're interested. Thank you all so very much for hanging out with me, for thumbs upping and commenting, letting them robot overlords know you like what you see. It helps. I appreciate it, and I will see you all very soon in the next video. Bye. Thank you so much to my amazing Patreon supporters. For anyone that might be interested in joining my Patreon community and supporting me, the link to my Patreon is in the description box below the video. For everyone else, as always, thank you all so much for taking the time to watch my videos, for thumbs upping, commenting, subscribe if you haven't, I'd love to have you. And here's a couple other videos for you to check out in case you missed them. Bye!